Hello, my lords and ladies. I'm Baron Von
Turn
Chaos.
on chaos.
This is Mr. Retro, and
Hello.
okay. And today, yeah, we are doing elections. Yes, for the kingdom. So various positions have gone up. Thane of War, King, Thane of Agriculture, Thane of Diplomacy. Actually, by the time we're recording this intro, they've already been elected. And spoiler
We won't
alert.
spoil it.
What?
We won't spoil it. We won't spoil it. We won't spoil it.
Okay. I really want to spoil though. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, you'll see the speeches of our various leaders, and hopefully you like it. Various developments have gone to the server, which means yeah, leadership is very important. We have some elves, some little wankers running around, right, Retro?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
They're just little troublemakers, probably 12 years old, but that's okay.
12 years old. Nay, I've seen more respectable 12-year-olds. They must be like 7.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, without further ado, let us move on to the elections. Till then.
Fellow Khazad, and welcome to the first election of our great halls of Dwerodelf of Khazad-dûm. I stand before you as myself, Hallgrimur Steelhammer, also known as James Thrawn, in a run of election to be your king. Some may call it the High Lord of Khazad-dûm. The title does not matter, but rather the position. So far, I have led our people to prosperity and great wealth within these mountains, and I plan to do it further with your support. It has not been an adventure I have taken alone, though. It has taken each and every one of you, all of you giving helping hands and wise words in our times of need. You've taken up axe and pick against our many needs and foes of the world, and I hope to lead you all doing it in the future. I hope that all of you see me as your king and elect me to run for the position and hold it. Thank you.
My fellow dwarves, I am Doradin Ironhand. We are besieged and threatened by the citizens of Arda, who seek the riches of our ancestors. Elves and orcs roam the land unchecked, killing at will. This is a affront to everything that stands dwarves. That we dwarves stand for. I promise, if you elect me, Doradin Ironhand, as Thane of War, I will work ceaselessly to defend our lands against this threat. I will strengthen our defenses and warriors for the coming wars and invasions. I will personally meet the enemy in battle and do my best to vanquish them. Let it be known, I have already started this task by scouting out the enemy bases and marking them down. We will defeat this threat to our lands. If you elect me, I promise this will be a reality. Elect me for victory. Elect me for Khazad-dûm. Thank you.
Hello, my fellow dwarves. I am running for the Thane of the Treasury, and as some of you may have seen, I have already set up the Book of Trades and have helped with the gathering of resources to sell to Rohan to aid in their construction. Now, we have also been asked to start a bank by Rohan as well, and I shall endeavor to make it as great a bank as possible to make us profit along with those that give us their money to hold. Thank you for listening.
Greetings, fellow Khazad. Some of you may know me as Diran, son of Browan. Others, Diran Stormborn. I come before you now to put my name forward as a choice to take up the mantle of Thane of the Forge. This office is one of the most important in the hold, and that is because it oversees and enables our capacity to conduct war, conduct trade, and fortify a position within our ancient homeland. If you elect me to this key position, I can assure you all that I will perform the duties expected of this office to the best of my ability. I will ensure that our stores of rock and stone remain full to aid in our efforts of repairing our ancient kingdom and the establishment of new strongholds. I will ensure that our treasuries maintain a steady income of valuable materials so that our hold may grow through wealth and commerce. And I will ensure that our armories remain stocked and our warriors armed and armored against a constant orc threat. However, I cannot work this endeavor alone. Indeed, I will seek the employment and assistance of you, my fellow Khazad. I will create a detachment dedicated to the mining of valuable ores and quarrying of rock and stone. I will create a detachment dedicated to the forging of new arms and armor and imbuement of powerful runes. Lastly, I will create a detachment dedicated to the protection of our dwarven secrets. Our many forges will be prime targets for those who seek to do us harm, be it through direct sabotage or keen espionage. That is why I will found the Wardens of the Forge, an elite force of proud warrior smiths whose sole focus it will be to protect the secrets that we dwarves so carefully keep.
Imnegale, Daiachu, I am running to be your next Thane of the Forge. For too long, our hold has been threatened by orcish filth and pointy-eared elves. Many a time we have rushed to the aid of our Uzbad Kazadumu, wearing nothing but the trophies of our enemies. Even just today, our enemies stand at our gate waiting to spill my very blood because they know the weapons that I forge will be the death of their kind. These last few days, I have put hours into forging weapons and armor for the hold. I have found 2 of the current wardens in the wild and guided them here. The greatest weapon of our hold, the one that was lost tragically when Demo was slain, was crafted by me. Aside from this hold in another life, I was the Forge Master in the East. Some of you can attest to my dedication and effort in making not just weapons of war, but the armor and materials to do so. Remember that in this specific election there is no bad candidate. Whoever you vote for will do a great job, but one of us runs on promises, another runs on experience. Akmini Menu for your time today.
My fellow dwarves, men and women of the mountains, steel-hearted, I come before you today, myself, Demosity, or should better to be known eventually, Malador Nox. I come forth to be a part of your Thane of Agriculture. As it's been noted by my fellow dwarves already, I have already begun construction of multiple farms and animal productions and rooms and farms for every one of the hold, keeping everyone fed and alive through the hardest of times and the hardest winters, including multiple sieges, but we won't go into details about that. If I am elected Thane of Agriculture, I will continue to do my best and continue to give my best to make sure we are continuously progressive in whatever field of farming and animal husbandry we have. Thank you.
Prepare anything for this. Improv! My fellow dwarves, I love. I am going for Thane of Agriculture, for I believe I can add a level of efficiency and organization to our farms and animals, and increase the amount of food that our future armies and families will need, so that way we will never experience famine. And I am more than happy to always take in any help as needed. But as some may already know, you don't mess with my organization, because I make it very, very efficient. So please, feel free to vote for me as your Thane for Agriculture, because I can do better than Demo. Thank you, bye-bye.
Hello, fellow dwarves of Khazad-dûm in the great realm of Moria. I am Retro, son of Redo. Just kidding, I'm not actually his son, but that happens more than you would think. I am sending this message in hopes to get the position of the Thane of Foreign Relations in this glorious kingdom. I believe I would be good for this position, as I am very capable of establishing peaceful connections with potential allies and negotiating peace talks with enemies while also keeping them at an arm's distance away from the heartland of our kingdom. I am also qualified to bring new recruits into our nation. I am currently one of 5 able to even invite new players via FTB. I would make sure that all new recruits would be able to contribute something to our cause, and that they would breed a sense of loyalty you can only find in the heart of a Moria dwarf. Finally, I am willing to travel around the great lands of Middle-earth to all the great kingdoms in order to establish Moria's presence and to work out solutions to all problems we might be having with troublemakers and trade deals alike. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, and I hope I can count on your vote to help bring Moria to its mightiest glory amongst the great nations of Middle-earth. Prosperity to Moria!
I am recording. You may begin with that.
Miaru Khazad. Today, I stand before you with a heart filled with pride and a vision burning bright for our beloved realm. As we gather here amidst the echoing halls of our ancient home, I call upon you to join me in a journey of renewal, resilience, and greatness. For too long, Khazad-dûm has languished in the shadows, beset by the foul creatures of darkness that lurk within our very borders. But I say unto you, it is time for change. It is time for a new dawn to rise over the misty mountains. And that dawn... Well, can you hear?
Yeah.
He's doing it in-game.
Where was it? For too long... Yes. For too long, Khazad-dûm has languished in the shadows, beset by the foul creatures of darkness that lurk within our very borders. It is time for change, and a new dawn to rise over the misty mountains. And that dawn shall be heralded by the ascension of a new king. A king who will lead us boldly into the future, who will reclaim our rightful place among the great powers of Middle-earth. My fellow dwarves, my friends, I stand before you not as a stranger, but as one of your own. For I have walked the paths of Khazad-dûm, delved into its deepest depths, and fought alongside you in the Iron Hills and in Dale. On both this server and its previous iteration, and in Anu Lindale, I have honed my skills, tested my mettle, and proven my worth as a leader and a warrior. And now I come before you, not as a mere contender, but as the heir to Doran and his throne. But let us not dwell solely on the glories of our past, for our true task lies ahead. It is time to drive out the orcs and the goblins that infest our halls, to reclaim the relics of Doran that have been stolen from us, and to supplant Erebor as the rightful capital of the Dwarven realm. For Khazad-dûm is not merely a fortress of stone and steel, but a symbol of our indomitable spirit, our unyielding resolve, and our unbreakable bonds as a people. And as we strive towards this noble goal, let us remember the words of the Song of Doran, passed down through the generations as a beacon of hope and inspiration. The world was fair, the mountains tall, in elder days before the fall. Of mighty kings in Narga throned, and Gondolin who now beyond. The western seas had passed away, the world was fair in Doran's day. A king he was on carven throne in many pillared halls of stone, with golden roof and silver floor, and runes of power upon the door, the light of sun and star and moon, and shining lamps of crystal hue. Undimmed by cloud or shade of night, there shone forever fair and bright. Their hammer on the anvil smote, the chisel clove and graver wrote, their forged was blade and boundless hilt, the delver mined, the mason built, their barrel pearl and opal pale, and metal wrought like fish's mail, buckler, corselet, axe and sword, and shining spears were laid in hoard. Unwearied then were Durin's folk, beneath the mountain's music woke. The harpers harped, the minstrels sang, and at the gates the trumpets rang. These words speak to the greatness that once was, and the greatness that shall be once more. For I vow to you, my fellow Khazad, that under my reign, Khazad-dûm shall rise again, stronger and more prosperous than before. We shall build a realm that can rely safely on its own men and materials, without need or aid from others. But let it be known that while we stand proud and independent, we shall also seek alliances with other powers. For in unity lies strength, and in strength lies victory. But make no mistake, what I seek is not a Casa Doom which is built upon reliance. Our enemies will fear our wrath, and not only our wrath alone, but our power, even outside of war, in economy, in diplomacy, and all things shall be one not to be trifled with. So I ask you, my friends, my fellow Casa of Casa Doom, will you stand with me? Will you join me in this noble quest to reclaim our birthright, to restore our honor, and to forge a future worthy of our ancestors' dreams? Together, we shall write a new chapter in the annals of Durin's foe, a chapter of glory, of triumph, and of undying pride. Long live Casa Doom.
Nice speech.